Hi, everybody. Rob Cootie here, the MLM Solution. How you doing today? Today is the 6th of September. Here we are, the 9th month of the year. My gosh, the holidays are going to be on top of us before we know it. That's kind of scary, isn't it? Anyway, the point is that today we're going to have a great episode. As always, we're going to be talking about subject matters that relate to the network marketing industry and how you can use this business model to change your life sooner rather than later. And we teach you all things network marketing, the good, the bad, and yes, even the ugly. And today we have on episode number 246, a really great subject that's rarely talked about, but a very powerful subject. And it can have a huge impact, positive impact on your business and really in life in general, as long as it's honest and authentic. Okay. And it is the power and impact of edification. If you don't know how to use edification properly, or you're not familiar with it, or how it's used in the network marketing industry in a positive way, join us today, because this is one of the most powerful things, I kid you not, that you can learn, and one of the most powerful things that can have a huge impact on your business. And we're going to talk about that in great detail on today's episode. You join us at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, you can see in the ticker, we go live on our Facebook page or YouTube channel at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can find us. If you don't know how to find us, just use our hashtag the MLM Solution. That's hashtag the MLM Solution. You can go to our website, themlmsolution.net. That's themlmsolution.net. And you can hit the share button there to share our podcast, our products, our website, our information with our fellow network marketers across the globe. You can have an impact on their life. Somebody you don't even know, you're going to have a huge impact on their positive impact on their lives by simply exposing them to this information that could empower them to do great things with this wonderful business model. All right, with that being said, as you can see in the ticker, and as I said, we're going to go live here very shortly. Matter of fact, I need to get off here so we can make that happen. I'll see you.
Welcome to the MLM Solution Podcast Show, where you'll learn the facts and hear the truth about the network marketing industry. Here's your host, Rob Cootie and Marie Cannon.
Happy Monday, Miss Marie. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Rob. I am doing great. It's a holiday. Did you know that? It's Labor Day.
It is Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to everybody.
Yes, absolutely. And for those of you who may be some of our international viewers, listeners, just so you know, Labor Day is a federal holiday in the United States. We celebrate it the first Monday of September any year, and it's supposedly to honor and recognize the American labor movement and the works and contributions of laborers in the United States, and really, I'd say around the world. Most people spend it gathering with family, having barbecues, parades, things like that go on. And it's kind of the unofficial, semi-official end of summer weekend. So
it is.
Everybody's last gasp at gathering together, enjoying some fairly decent weather before we go back to the grind of school and all those other things. So.
That's right. Absolutely. Well said. What an insight. Thank you so much.
I've always jokingly said we celebrate Labor Day like the first week of September, because up until this point, all of your labor has gone to taxes and things that the government takes from you. And from this point forward, the rest of the year, what you earn, you get to keep. So
there you go. What wonderful insight. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's what Labor Day is about.
Why I'm not an economist.
You are. You're just not on mainstream media. Not that you want to be, but you get my point. All right, that point was a great insight. I like that. I love little tidbits of information like that. Hopefully our audience does too. And Miss Marie, today is a wonderful, beautiful day. Just so you know, the weather here has been fall-like. It's been fantastic. Hopefully it continues. I love it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the weather cooling off as well. We've still got pretty close to summer temperatures going on here. We're 90-ish, which actually, because of the low humidity, is pretty comfortable and nice weather, so I can't complain. But I personally like the 70s and the 80s.
Yes.
Both the decades and the temperatures.
That's right. Boy, she's full of wonderful insights today.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
awesome.
full of something. I don't
Hey,
know.
no, I love it.
It's a
retro-
Monday. I'm all sorts of wound up. I don't know what's going on
That's
here.
all. I like it. I love the retro connection there. That's awesome. Love the 70s, 80s as well, and in temperature and decades. So I'm right there with you, and great insight. What a way to start the week. Today is going to be Monday, September 6th. Hard to believe it's already the 6th. And the 9th month. It won't be long, Miss Marie. We'll be staring fall and the holiday season right square in the face. And
well, you're already Christmas shopping, aren't you?
yes. Yes, the wife has been shopping for a certain kind of Christmas tree, as if we don't have enough. We have 6 already, as you know. The wife and I are big Christmas people, and we decorate the house from one end to the other, but not over the top. Very tasteful. I've done videos and posted videos on YouTube in regards to she does a wonderful job, and we're not adding any more. She's getting one certain type of tree, and I get it. I was like, oh no, another tree. But she took me to Hobby Lobby and showed me, and I said, oh, I get it. Yep, I totally get that. That makes perfect sense. And the only other thing we got to get is, which I screwed up last year, is our very tall. She loves nutcrackers, and you know, the men that stand at attention at your door, you know,
Yep.
4 foot or 5
The
feet.
little wooden soldier type guys.
Yeah, and some of them are metal. If they're done right, they're very nice. But anyway, the point is that last year I screwed it up.
Uh-oh.
We missed out on everything. Well, I'm always a bargain hunter, and they were $300 a piece. And I told her, I said, I ain't paying $300 a piece for. I said, if we just wait, because they always discount it, you know, you just got to stay on top of it. And they discounted it, and it was just a small discount, probably $50, $70, something like that. And I said, no. I said, they always mark these things down 50%. This particular store, okay, and we watched it online. The ones online were not the ones that she wanted. Anyway, they sold out. So I screwed. I was like, I'm so sorry. And she was a trooper about it. I said, I won't make this mistake next year. We will jump on it right away. So that's the only thing we got left. I hate spending that kind of money for a freaking. But anyway,
Doorstop.
yeah. I'm just like, oh my God.
Was that my outside voice?
Yeah. Oh, you're right. So I'm like, okay, all right. So there you go. Anyway, today's subject, Miss Marie, is a good one. The power and impact of edification. Matter of fact, edification, Miss Marie, is kind of a lost art. You don't hear people do it. And here's the thing about edification. When I was in the military and I was retiring, they do these retirement ceremonies, and it's all up to me, the retiree, whether I want that or just a pat on the butt and say thanks for a good job and head out the door. I chose the latter. And they said they got all upset that I wasn't going to have this retirement ceremony. And I said, why? I said, you're going to have 200-300 people out there in the weather that don't even know me, standing at attention in their blues. They don't want to be there. They don't want to be in their blues, and they don't know me from Adam. And a lot of the stuff that's written about me is fluff and flowery, and it's the same old template. You know, there was no authenticity to the whole ceremony. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I respected and was flattered by the fact that they wanted to do that because I was retiring. I got that, and that was flattering. But I wasn't going to make other people who didn't know me stand out there to hear crap that wasn't, a lot of it wasn't even true. And why wasn't it true? Because, once again, they used a template. Well, that's not proper edification for anybody, right, Miss Marie? Because it borders on edification in that environment, in that setting, I should say. So that's a prime example, Miss Maria, of edification going bad. There was nothing good about it whatsoever, right? And let's be honest, Miss Marie, look, if I had an ego, I would want people, I'd be like, I don't care. You know what? By golly, I did my time and blah, 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 blah. And those people need to respect the fact that you know what I'm saying? If I had an ego, I'd be like, yeah, look, I got 300 people out there at my ceremony. No, it's like, no, I don't need that. You know what? If you really appreciated what I've done, just give me a thank you letter, an attaboy, whatever you want to say, pat on the back and say, thanks, Rob, you did a great job. Right, Ms. Marie?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like one of those where, they want to give me a plaque or something as recognition. I'm like, I don't want a chunk of wood, put it in the paycheck,
Yeah, there it is right there. Or pat me on the back and be sincere about saying you did a great job.
Yeah.
So the thing is that that meant a whole lot more to me than anything, any ceremony, any plaque. And I did get some stuff, Miss Marie, and stuff that was nice. And, and I have them somewhere. They're all packed away. And I did keep those because some of them were sincere. So, but they're packed away. It was a moment in time. And you know what? I just did my job, Miss Marie. And I went above and beyond in a lot of cases. Who doesn't in their job? We all put in extra hours. We all put in extra effort. We all try to do our best. We enjoy doing our best. And everybody, for the most part, that do that deserves an attaboy. But here's the thing. You say, okay, these are nice little stories and stuff. What's it got to do with edification? Because once again, these are small examples of the edification process. And these examples are kind of in the edification area. You're like, well, what are you talking about? Let's say that in network marketing, when you go up on stage to get recognized for getting a bonus check or a new pin, in other words, you moved up in the pin rank, Miss Marie, you earned that. You earned that bonus check. They're not going to give that money away free. And they don't give away those pins for no reason. You have to meet the qualifications. And everybody in the audience knows that when you receive that new pin rank, when you receive that bonus check, and you're going across the stage and you're recognized for the accomplishments that you achieved, everybody as part of that company knows they're a male of pearl. I know what that means. I know what that takes to get that. And they got this pearl bonus check with it. I understand how they got that bonus check. That's awesome. Right, Miss Marie?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, the edification process, this is part of them receiving these awards, and this recognition is part of the edification. You say, why? Because more times than not, the people that are emceeing this are going to say things that are true about what they accomplished, right, Miss Marie? There's no way to sugarcoat advancement in network marketing. Would you not agree? It is what it is.
Yep.
I mean, you either did it or you didn't, right? So when the MC says, hey, Miss Marie joined this company on X date, she now has X amount of people in her business, and she set a new record from going from a new distributor to Pearl in X amount of time and creating X amount of volume. We are so flattered that we not only, here's her new pin rank, here's her bonus check, but we created this plaque just to recognize her accomplishments and what she did in that record time. And then the people that are under her, because if she's a new Pearl, that means that she's a great leader and a great teacher, meaning that she's teaching people the right things to do and holding them accountable and helping them. And because she empowered other people, she moved up too, right, Miss Marie?
Mm-hmm.
So Miss Marie receives her plaque, whatever, her bonus check and her new pin rank. She gets her pictures taken. And then her people who also moved up in pin rank come across the thing too. And when they come across, and they're going to say, you know what, without Miss Marie's guidance, without her help, we were not sure about this network marketing thing. We trust her. We've known her for a long time. She told us about this opportunity to make some money and change our lifestyle. We trusted her. We came in. We told her, just teach us what to do. And you know what? She did. She's been there for us. She's been so great. She's been gentle. but she's been firm. She held us accountable. She showed us exactly what to do. And when we got off track, she got us back on. We are here today because of what she has taught us and because she was a great leader and a great mentor. And we want to say thank you while we're on stage, because we wouldn't be where we are today without her. Would you not agree?
Yep.
Okay. That happens a lot, right?
It does.
More times than not, Miss Marie, that's sincere, because they're telling the truth. There's no way that they had the knowledge to make this business go. There's no way without you being there and stepping in when they ran into a problem, helping them get through that problem, that they would have made it to get on stage, right? So the things they're saying are sincere. And this is where edification is true. Edification is honest, it's sincere, and it has huge power. And Miss Marie on the inside is glowing, and she should be, not because of her ego, but because she's seen the fruits of her work walk across the stage and acknowledging that as a team, were able to accomplish great things, right, Miss Marie?
Mm-hmm.
And that edification means more than any award that Miss Marie receives. The awards are nice, okay? But Miss Marie already knew that she made this new pin rank to Pearl. She already knew she was going to get a bonus check. The plaque or whatever she got was a surprise. But outside of that, she knew what was going to happen, because they notify her that she's going to go across stage to get her new pin rank, right, Miss Marie?
Right.
So, but what she didn't expect was the edification and the words that came from her downline, which will last with her for eternity. She'll be so flattered and honored. And to hear that from the stage in front of all these people in this audience has to bring great satisfaction. And there again, it's not to feed your ego. It's to say, wow, I made a difference. I actually was a part of a successful journey for them. And that's very gratifying. Now, the edification part, you say, well, okay, Rob, you're getting off tangent a little bit. No, I'm not, because this whole story, this whole scenario is part of the edification process. And you say, well, how does that have a positive impact? Look, there's a lot of new people. And if Miss Marie's still building her business, she's only sponsored 45 of her 60 or 45 of her 90, whatever she's going to do. She's going to have new people in that audience. What do you think those new people are going to hear? What do you think they're going to see? The edification, the award's nice. Most people that are in the work environment are used to seeing people get awards, and it kind of loses its appeal and its impact. Okay, but when they see other people, and they know it's sincere, when they see other people come across the stage and see how humble these people are and how sincere they are in their with their words towards Miss Marie, they're like, wow. You know what? Miss Marie don't have to recruit a bit at this point, right? Miss Marie, her job is just to get people to these events. Why? Because she knows that they're going to see and hear these things. And there's nothing else Miss Marie. She just has to walk up and say, are you ready to join? I mean, that's pretty much it, right, Miss Marie? On a scale of 1 to 10, what's your interest level? I'm ready. Where I sign? Okay. Because these people are going to say, wow, I'm with the right person. And they'll see one person after another coming across stage and saying, wow, you know what? This person, Marie, really knows what she's doing. Look at the number of people she has coming across the stage in her business. These people have had life event changes. She knows how to make this business work. I need to join this thing. I'm being left behind. Is that not true? Does that not play out?
That does.
Okay. And you say, Rob, what is the edification process? What's the impact? You see the impact it can have, because all the people that are going across the stage, they didn't know that the first couple was going to say what they said. The second couple that come up, or the second person that comes up, and it's going to mirror that, almost that same testimony, but a little bit different, because they're a different person in a different way, and so on and so on. So there's one positive after another when these people in her organization go across stage to receive their new pin rank, okay, and their rewards. And so the person out there, not only who is new and checking out the business, is now saying, I'm going to join Marie, but they're excited. They see a team, and they're going to go home, Miss Marie, and carry that excitement and say, man, I went to, right, Miss Marie, that edification. And that edification is going to continue, right, Miss Marie? Because they're going to talk about you in a positive manner. She's got great leadership. She's got this. Guys, come on. you know what? I'm going to join this lady. She is helping people change their lives. Guess what? The edification just trickles down, just like a pebble that's thrown into a pond, and the ripple effect is huge in network marketing. And the impact it can have is absolutely amazing. And Miss Marie can last for months and sometimes a couple of years. Okay. Why do you say that? Because the person that was at this live event that ends up joining Marie continues that edification and say, you got to come to this live event. So the next live event, this new person's bringing their new people, right, Miss Marie? So the edification continues on. We talked about, Miss Marie, in prior episodes, how the impact live events can have at the corporate level, regional level, local level. And why? And what did we talk about? Leaders, recognize your people, even if it's giving them a 3-day weekend pass. You know what? Like here, I get Miss Marie and her husband a 3-day weekend at the Silbach, historic hotel downtown, meals paid for. She didn't have to do anything but show up with her husband. Okay, and I bring her up in front of my people locally, and I say, hey, Miss Marie just reached a new pin rank, and she just did this, and she just had a couple of new people break new pin ranks. We want to recognize her. Here's a plaque, and Miss Marie, here's a 3-day weekend to the Silbach. It's the same thing, Miss Marie, right? It's on a smaller scale, but it's the same thing at a local event, at a regional event, and then up to the corporate event. You and I did a video on that. And why did we do that? We talked about the impact of live events. You cannot replicate that, even with technology, even with Zooms and all that. And I know you want to say something, but as I close this, guys, edification is at every level, and it has a ripple effect at every level. And we talked about that in other episodes about live events. What was you going to say, Miss Marie?
Well, what I wanted to do is I'm going to take this on a slightly different tangent, because when I first came into the MLM network marketing industry, the whole concept of edification was very confusing to me. And I know we have a lot of folks listening to us because they're interested in network marketing, or they're maybe engaging for the first time, and they may be kind of in a similar situation. So I don't know if this will help people or confuse them more, but I thought I would bring it up. So when I originally came into the network marketing industry, edification was presented to me in such a way that the team I was with was really leveraging 3-way calls. So they really wanted you to reach out to people within your network, but you wouldn't do the explaining. You would edify your upline on a 3-way call, and then allow the upline person to kind of present the business plan to the new prospect, the person you're recruiting, however you want to phrase that. And to me, that was super confusing, because once upon a time, many moons ago, I went to school for a double major in English and psychology. So I'm a little bit of a word nerd, right? And people would always ask me, English and psychology, what are you going to do with that? And it's like, well, not only am I going to mess with your mind, I'm going to correct your grammar while I do it. So. But on the word nerd front, I mean, the word edification, and let me just read this definition here that's online. It says, edification, the instruction or improvement of a person morally or intellectually, which may not have been the exact definition I had in my mind at the time, but it was more when you're edifying someone, you're teaching them, you're instructing them. So to tell me to edify my upline to this person I'm recruiting was super confusing to me. And what they really meant was, in the MLM context, is the edification of my upline was basically explaining to my prospect the reason why they really wanted to listen to this person. So it was kind of an illustration of their achievements, of their abilities, of their knowledge of the industry, and why this recruit, this prospect, should listen to this person that they don't even know, right? Because I'm bringing somebody to the conversation who I know, I have a relationship with them of some sort, because they're within my network, within my circle of influence, and I'm introducing them to my upline, who they have no idea who this is. So if my upline is Bill, I am either prefacing the call before I actually connect with Bill, because it's kind of embarrassing to do it, with the upline person on the phone, is I would say something like, hey, I've partnered with Bill in this business. He's been doing this for 5 years now. He's been with this company since it started. He is really successful. As a matter of fact, he's a diamond in the business, which is one of the top echelons you can achieve. He earns in excess of, X amount of dollars a month, if I know what that is, based on the compensation plan, of course. And you never know exact numbers, to be honest. But I would say, he's helped me learn the ins and outs of this business. He understands it inside out. He's going to be able to explain this to you and answer all your questions. So let me get him on the line and we'll have this conversation. So that was kind of the idea of edification. And it took me, literally, it took me a couple of weeks to really wrap my mind around the concept, because I was so caught in that traditional definition of edification. And it is slightly different in the network marketing world, right? You're kind of talking up the other person, their achievements, their professionalism, what they can attain for you, rather than, talking about educating that person, because that person's really educating me. And here's all the great things they've accomplished and can do for us. So this is why you want to listen to my upline, Bill. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's a great insight into another side of edification and sinuses. Anyway, the point is that the in that scenario that you just laid out, that is another form of edification. Edification never stops, guys. Look, if you are sincere about your adulation about someone else, the impact it can have is huge, because the person that you're trying to edify knows whether what you're saying is true or not. And that's the reason why I gave that example about me retiring in the military, that I did not want that ceremony, because I knew what they were going to say about me, that a lot of that was a template and not true. These people, even the people presenting the reward, more times than not, may have known my name, but really didn't know me. They didn't work with me. They weren't familiar with my work, et cetera, et cetera. It was all it was hollow. It was hollow words, hollow ceremony, et cetera. I did not want to be any part of that. Okay. So my point is that if I'm edifying Miss Marie on stage about her accomplishments, she's going to know internally whether the things I'm saying are over the top, true, honest, sincere, whatever. And that can have a negative impact on our relationship, because she'll be like, you know what? He just said the same old bull crap. He didn't mean any of that. He doesn't know me. He barely speaks to me. And it doesn't do anything to endear her. I didn't do anything to endear myself to her any further. Right, Miss Marie? Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I could have caused even more damage to our potential relationship. But if I keep it short and sweet and sincere and honest, she's going to say, you know what, that was really nice. I didn't know he felt that way, but she knows internally the things he brought up are true. I did do that. I did accomplish that. I did do this. And you know what? It's obvious that he really appreciates that. Okay. And I backed up my words with my actions, right, Miss Marie? That's proper edification. And Marie would probably say to herself, not with words in her mouth, to herself, she would say, maybe Rob and I could have a better or raise our relationship, professional relationship, to a higher level. I didn't know that he had that viewpoint of me and my results and my work ethic. That's awesome. Maybe Rob and I can do something together down the road, right, Miss Marie? Mm-hmm. It opens up new avenues. She realizes that her and I think alike. She realizes that her and I have the same ethics, the same morals. We have the same appreciation for hard work and results. In other words, these are things that she guessed I had, but she didn't know until she got around me and saw certain things happen. So the edification process is absolutely huge. It's a lost art. And guys, if you use it wrong, you're going to do more damage than you're going to do good. All right. It has to be sincere. It has to be factual, and it has to be done in a proper manner. You have to do it in a setting that equals the words and the results and the ceremony. You can't do edification in a bathroom. Okay. You can't give awards in a bathroom. All right. Does that make sense, Miss Marie? Okay. The ceremony has to meet the level of the edification. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. You cannot throw edification. You can't use it all the time. If you do, it loses its impact. It loses its power. It loses its authenticity. Would you not agree?
Well, yeah. If you use it too much, it starts to sound not genuine.
Yes.
And that's the worst thing you can do.
Yes. And the point is, guys, you want to make sure that if you're going to edify somebody and you don't want to do it, look, if you're the MC and you're doing a corporate event on stage, edification is part of your job, right, Miss Marie? Because you say, well, you just said don't use it all the time. Well, if you've got 20 couples that are going to come across stage, you better be not only a good orator and a good MC and sincere in your comments, but you better be really good at edifying people on the fly, because the bottom line is that that's what you're up there for. You're going to have to do edification, even if you're using the same words, because guess what? People are going across stage because they accomplished, regardless of whether it's a diamond, a ruby, a sapphire, it doesn't matter. They all had to work hard and do certain things in order to get to that new pin level. And you've got to use sometimes the same words to edify different couples or different people, correct?
Right. So
that is not over edifying people or using or abusing edification. How's that? There's a better way of putting it. So I wanted to clarify that. As long as it's sincere, it's honest, and the ceremony equals the edification, and the bottom line is that you're not over the top with it. You're not using it in a negative way. In other words, hollow words, hollow ceremony. Guess what? Edification is going to have a huge impact on not only the corporate setting, but also on your organization as well. And Miss Marie, as a tag onto this subject matter, here's the thing. Guys, we talked about live events. If you're going to live events in the network marketing industry and you're not taking new people to those live events, especially local and regional, you are shooting yourself in the foot. You're making recruiting much harder than what it should be. Would you not agree?
I do agree.
Okay. You got to do that. You got to, building from one event to the other is a true business building tactic that's been around for a long time, and it has a huge impact. Did we do a show on that, building from one event to the other?
I don't know that we have. We might want to dive into that in a little bit more detail.
Yeah, I agree. I can't believe we didn't do that. I mean, that's one of the cornerstones of the industry, building from one event to the other. Whether it's, guys, it doesn't matter whether it's local, regional, or corporate level. Building from one event to the other is one of the true business building tactics that you got to master. Would you not agree?
I agree.
All right, you have anything to add? I think we're done.
At this point, I do not. I think we covered that pretty well. Hopefully, folks understand the idea of edification, how it works in your network marketing business much better. And of course, if you don't, as we always ask you, please like, share, comment across all our social media platforms.
Yes.
You can find us by using hashtag the MLM Solution. And of course, on those platforms as well, if something's not clear, if you don't understand, feel free to drop a question, drop a comment. Let us know if this has impacted you, if it's helped you. That kind of feedback is always helpful for us, as well as other viewers of our social media channels. Mm-hmm. And of course, YouTube, speaking of channels, please subscribe there and register for notifications. You double click on that little bell. You'll be notified when we upload new content or go live. And then, of course, please be sure to give us a thumbs up if you like what you hear, you understand the points we're making. We always love that interactive interaction that goes on while we're live. And finally, be sure to visit our website, themlmsolution.net. One of the great things you're going to find there on our website is our registration link to get notified of our upcoming live event. You can access that through our website, or you can go directly to mlmmastersacademy.com. Again, this is to pre-register for our live event that Rob and I are working towards, hopefully early in 2022. This year's running out. We're already into September, and with COVID nonsense, we just couldn't swing it. So we're prepping for 2022. There is no fees, no down payment required at this time. This is simply a notification list. So you will be among the first to know the details as we get our live event scheduled. And of course, be sure to be one of the first 100 folks who not only registers on this site, but also attends our live event. You're going to get some incredible VIP treatment. You don't want to miss out on that. No. So again, mlmmastersacademy.com. Go there, take 2 minutes, fill out that registration form. No sales emails, none of that stuff. You're only going to get communication regarding our live event.
That's right. That's right. No shenanigans on our part, guys. We don't do that stuff. Also,
well, we only do the shenanigans on the show. Not not through our emails
and the live events. That's right. And then we don't want to forget about the 4 critical mistakes most networkers make. Yes, even the veterans make these mistakes. And guys, if you're making even one of these mistakes, guess what? You're undermining the very success you're trying to put into place. We preach this all the time. My question to you, if I was to meet you in person, is, are you making one of these mistakes? And if you can't say, no, I know what the mistakes are, and I can promise you I am not making those mistakes, guess what? I know you're making that mistake, okay? If you can't give me that answer, in other words, no, I'm not making those mistakes because I know what they are, guess what? I know that you're making one of those 4. And if you're, like I said, if you're making one, you might as well be making all 4, because you are literally making this business harder than it should be, and you are undermining the very success you're trying to put in place. Well, why not take a few moments, but get this, only $15.95. It's 50% off. It's a limited time offer. 1 video, 1 audio, 1 ebook, plus hundreds of dollars in bonuses. Guys, you will be empowered. You'll be like a focused business building machine when you have this, because you'll know what the mistakes are and you'll avoid them. Okay? Knowledge is power. I don't like cliches, but man, that's a truism. Knowledge is power. If you use it, you can have the knowledge, and if you sit at home eating chips on the couch and don't use that knowledge, guess what? It's useless. If you're building this business, if you're serious about changing your life, creating a new lifestyle, you've got to have this information. 4criticalmistakes.com. That's the number 4criticalmistakes.com. Get this now while you can. All right, Miss Marie. All right, with that being said, tomorrow's subject matter, and let me put it back up. I thought I had it there. There it is, the power of public speaking. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow. It obviously piggybacks off of today's subject. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as always, on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. Miss Marie, do you have anything to add as we close this episode out?
I do not. I'm looking forward to that topic. It's a fun one. I think it's one of those things that a lot of people fear. So we'll be talking about public speaking in more detail. So Join us tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern.
That's right. Y'all have a great day. Be safe. Be careful. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. God bless.
Thanks for listening to today's podcast. Download our podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, and other podcast platforms. Visit our website at www.themlmsolution.net for additional important information, show details, and past shows. Follow us on Parler, Rumble, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button, or the get notified button while visiting our other social media platforms.